Okay, we just gone through the trends and the historical trends. Now we are actually going to an important one, that will be the alarms. The alarms means we can provide the high alarms, low alarm, intermediate alarms, any kind of analog alarms we can provide in the TIA portal. So I'm just making these things pressure and temperature tags inside the trends as normal, not the data log, normal cyclical tags. That means the real time tag. Okay, cyclical real time. These also the cyclical real time, and the source should be pressure and the other one should be temperature. Okay, the temperature. Okay, so pressure and temperature is just provided for the trends as normal trends, not historical, not any other things. Now we are actually going to plan the alarms or make the alarms. For that I'm going to the HMI alarms right here. The HMI alarms right here. Go to open that tab, and inside that HMI alarms we will be getting too much alarm, discrete alarms, analog alarms, and the control alarms. These are the alarms coming from the PLC, system alarms, alarm classes. For the normal way, we are actually going to create the analog alarms because we have encountered some analog values, so I'm using the analog alarms. So inside that I'm going to create one alarm. The alarm ID will be 1, and inside that, and you can see I can create a couple of alarms. 1, 2, 3, 4 alarms. First 2 alarms will be for the temperature. Okay, now that will be for the temperature. The first 2 alarms should be for the temperature, and this also the temperature, and the third and fourth alarm should be for pressure. Okay, so that I'm using for it pressure and pressure. So 2 alarms for temperature, 2 alarms for the pressure. We can put the limits then. When the temperature goes higher and the second alarm is temperature goes lower. Okay, next thing, the pressure goes higher and the pressure goes lower. So these are the 4 alarms we have, and we can put the limits as constant. If the temperature goes 80, that is the high limit. If it go below 30, that is the low limit. If the pressure goes above 70, that is a high pressure. If it drops below 45, that is a lower pressure. And I'm going to put the alarm text right here. Then the alarm text T high, temperature high I call it, and this one will be T low, temperature low, and P high, pressure high, and P low, pressure low. These are my 4 alarms I just configured in my HMI screen, and going to the screen 1 and drag to here, and I'm just placing one alarm view display, alarm view. Okay, here I'm using an alarm view. That alarm view should be in the WinCC dark format. Inside the style and designs, I'm making it as WinCC dark. So that looks good, and we don't have to put anything inside the alarms. The alarms are already configured. The existing configured alarms will be displayed over here. That's what all we need. And general appearance, nothing to do in the border layout, display, and text format, toolbar, everything is there for configuring the background and colors, column headers, everything. So I'm not going through too much to it. So we can change it to property list or anything. So I'm not using that. So we just got these alarms, and the upside we have the trends, and I'm going to the runtime. So let's see what happens. So here is the, you can see 2 alarms are existing. Pressure is low, temperature is low, because both of the values are 0 right here. I'm just increasing the pressure, okay, up to 45, and you can see the pressure I0 means the alarm has once appeared and now it's not in range. That is the I0. I means the alarm is still there. I means it's 1, and I'm increasing the temperature. You can see both of them are existed but not now. That's why it is 1 0. Then I'm increasing the temperature, you can see. Increasing the temperature, you can see the temperature is high, and if I increase the pressure also high. These are the alarms I do have in my WinCC. So I don't have an acknowledgement button. Okay, I don't have an acknowledgement button. The operator knows, okay, that's okay, this acknowledge the alarm, I just saw it. That kind of thing I need for making the alarms acknowledged. So I'm just exiting from here, Alt F4, and going to place one thing, that is a button. Okay, a button that I'm going to place right here. Let's check some options also. Before that, going to acknowledge the alarms, I'm going to make the alarm buffer. Alarm buffer means the current alarm display we just gone through. While changing to the alarm buffer, you can see all the alarms that was present, all the alarms in the now the current alarm will be showing only the few alarms. Now we can will be getting all the alarms present inside the entire time. That is the alarm buffer. See, pressure is increasing, temperature is increasing, temperature low, pressure low, and these are the alarms. These are the alarm buffer. So after that, we are actually going to the next thing. That will be the acknowledgement. For acknowledgement, I am not using anything. I'm using a button, a push button. So I just drag and drop a push button, and ACK, call it ACK. That means acknowledgement. And I'm going to the properties right here, and inside that I'm going to style and designs, WinCC dark. That is the acknowledgement button, and go to the events, not to any other things, not to any other items. Go to the events, and I have to configure the click in the push button. For the push button, go to events, configure the click. Click means while clicking that button, what function should happen. So I'm going to add the function right here. You can select the function over here by subcategories. You can see the alarms. Inside the alarms, you can see clear alarm buffer tool, show alarm window, set alarms. Everything will be shown here regarding with these alarms. See, so I don't have the acknowledge button inside the alarms, so that I'm going to search for it right here. Alarm view acknowledgement. You can type AL and you can see alarm view acknowledge alarm. So that function we need. This is the alarm view. You can see alarm view 1, and for alarm view 1 I need to acknowledge with this button. See, while clicking that, alarm view 1 should be acknowledged. So let's see now. Now we are at the runtime, and this is the buffer alarms. So the low alarm is present. I think pressure is low, temperature is low, and I'm going to acknowledge this. You can see it is both of them are 1, status is 1. I'm going to acknowledge it. Click over the acknowledgement alarm. See what happened. Select that, acknowledge. The pressure low has been acknowledged, and temperature low also acknowledged. The operators found that pressure and temperature has been acknowledged. Now we can again acknowledge whatever is right here, ACK, acknowledge and acknowledge. So this is the alarm view and alarm acknowledgement. If I go to make it as a real-time alarm, you can go to the properties. And in the general, I can change it to the current alarm list. And if you go to the runtime, that will only show not the buffer, not the entire alarm list. That will only show the current alarms. So when I simply click the alarm acknowledgement, you can see the pressure low is acknowledged, and the temperature low is also acknowledged. So if I am increasing it, see, pressure is high, temperature is high, and both of them I'm going to acknowledge. So now I'm placing it as 59 or something like that, 64. There is no alarms present. See, these are the healthy range. The pressure and temperature is in the healthy range. So this is my alarms, alarm buffer alarm and the current alarm. And there is one more alarm is there. That will be the historical alarms. Inside the alarm view, we can change it to alarm log. For that, we have to create a historical data of the alarm log. Like I did, I'm leaving for you. We can create an alarm log, and you can log that data in the Excel sheet. So we can create that and provide that in the alarm logs. Okay, here we can provide the alarm log, and that alarms will be saved in the C bar logs, okay, as an Excel file. So that I'll leave for you, and that's all about the alarms. And thank you.